My awesome health journey. I am Brett Dupree, and boy, are my arms tired. This week has been a good week for me in some regards, and not the favorite week for me for other regards. The way it's been a good week for me is body wise. So, my hamstring is at a point before it got super aggravated, which means I'm able to relatively push myself, but it still hurts. It's not stopping me from going, but I'm able to do 3.2 miles an hour on the treadmill. And this week I participated. I think I only did less once of incline. Incline still kind of hurts it. But for the most part, I fully participated this week at Orange Theory, all 5 workouts, which in my opinion is a good thing. It shows it is healing and it's feeling better, and that I'm working on my gait. And yeah, I also set up a physical therapy. There's something called Luna PT. So someone's going to come to my house, which is going to give me a motivation to clean my apartment. If I would say one of my negative red flags is that I'm a messy person, and that's why no one's ever going to love me and I'm going to die alone. But still working on that. You know, not a perfect man. Not a perfect man. But at the same time, paying for that's going to suck because I have no money. Paying for this surgery took me back, plus not really planning ahead. So I put a certain amount of money on my HSA to do that. But because of that, my Vyvanse, I had to pay that out of pocket instead of using my HSA. So that was like $207 that I wasn't planning, that could have been on an HSA, but I had to use real money to do. Plus, I use these seed. And to save money, I decided to do 6 month subscription, and these are freaking expensive. And that was like $280 with shipping and tax. And so that's $480 right there. That's just gone for those two things, plus the $280 I need to set aside for that $5,000 surgery. So that's like $700 just poof. And that's my spending money, generally speaking, of the month. In fact, I finally did my budget this morning. I zeroed out almost everything I plan to pay for like subscriptions that I do yearly in the future, and even my car registration. So next month, everything's gonna be bumped a little bit higher. So it's not that great, but I did get a merit increase. So if I keep my job, that will help starting next month. It wasn't much, but it was enough. It will be enough to help offset almost half of what I'm paying each month for the surgery. I plan on paying it off next year, if I have a job next year. That's my plan. Also, kind of disappointed. I spent like $34 on a new pillow, and I tried to use a pillow because I use the Medcline sleep system, and it's expensive. And I thought, since I'm smaller, I bought the Medcline sleep system when I was 470, and it's just wearing out. I just need a new one. And it's also covered in blood because of the surgery, and at night it just bled, and I don't want to, I don't know how to clean bloods out of pillows. But so I do need to replace it. It's like it's going to cost like $280 to replace all that shit. I'm like, maybe I can do it with a cheaper pillow. And the answer is no, I can't. Because just thinking about this morning, sleep's important. And if I'm going to, feel bad about myself, not bad about myself, but if I'm going to spend money, it should be for my health and feeling better. And I'm worth it. And that's more important than like some experiences and food, I guess, and more things I don't need. Sleep is like one of the most important things. So yeah. So this month, and generally speaking, when I say that, I do a very bad job. So this month, I really need to buckle down. And I'm not broke. I'm just broke compared to where I usually am. Still have like $180 I can spend this month on like fun things. And I do want to spend something fun when I go out, because like I really want some fried chicken, and I want some good freaking fried chicken. Maybe get Jenny when I can do that and get some fried chicken with her. That seems to be our thing. So yeah. Just pushing hard. Yoga has been really good. I have come to the conclusion I like my Sunday yoga class more than my Wednesday yoga class, only because I like consistency and the long poses are just easier for me to do, so I tend to feel better about myself in the Wednesday class. There's so many things I can't do and it makes me feel bad. But they're both good. I mean, of course, if the instructor's watching, you're amazing, and I'm gonna miss you the next 2 weeks. And I was talking to someone today about, if I could do workout at home, I would. But honestly, at this point, I wouldn't because, especially with working from home, which I really want to continue to do because this is so good for my mental health. Almost like most of my social interaction is going to Orange Theory and now going to yoga, just saying hi and talking to people, and that makes me feel better. And just seeing people and smiling and saying good job, and just it makes me feel good. So it's worth the money as well as what it's doing for my health. And I like feeling better about myself. I'm probably gonna do a post later because my therapist asked me a question, and it was something I've been thinking about, but I've been thinking about it more, which is like, what will my life be when I reach my goal weight, when I reach a point of maintenance? Because the mental, just the mentalness of it, especially like working on getting like the fat off my body, or getting the fat off my body to the point where I feel pretty good about myself, when I get to around 260 to 230 something. And what will that do to my mental load? Because just like so much of my thoughts is on all that, just normal things. I'm not even talking about just food and stuff. How I walk, how I sit in seats, going out, clothes, places I shop. Right now I only buy my clothes at DXL because it's the only place I really like to fit. Just imagine being able to go to I don't know, JC Penney or something, or being able to buy clothes off Amazon and not have to look for just 4X or 3X big. I bought some 3X sweats and I can't fit them. So yeah, just not have to worry too much about just so many things I don't have to worry about, and it's the mental load. It's just different. So overall, it's been a good week. I have enjoyed this week for the most part, other than feeling super broke. But I am going to do one fun thing. I'm going to go to Luther House after I eat and play some board games with some random people. They do like a monthly board game day, and it's today. So I'm going to do that. Of course, do some online board game playing, of course, for TTP RPGs. I'm going to do my first one-shot next week that I wrote myself for Legend in the Mist. I'm excited for that. It's going to suck, but that's the thing about doing something first time. It sucks and you get better at it. And I'm going to go back to Bloom. I haven't been in Bloom forever, so I decided to do Bloom. I wouldn't have decided if I did my budget right. That was the problem. I put my, every month I use You Need the Budget wrong, and I put my paychecks early, and then I do my monthly budget. It just works for me. But I put them in my credit card, so it just messed everything up. And I was off by like $700. And when I fixed that this morning, I was feeling very dumb and bad about myself. I wish I set it up correctly, because at least I would have had a better picture. And maybe I wouldn't have bought the second pair of yoga pants, because I thought since I'm doing yoga twice a week, I want 2 pair of yoga pants. So it just makes laundry more efficient, because you got to have your laundry efficient. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I also would have done different with the lotion I bought. I'm spending way too much on lotion. Damn you, Tasha, for telling me to buy lotion. But man, you should feel my skin. It is so soft. Anyways, love you for who you are. Thank you for watching. And as always, you are worthy.